Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, me to introduce myself. My name is M.Apandi.
My name is Saitama.
My name is M.Fauzan.Z.
My name is Gabriel.
We will explain a material about song lyrics. Have you ever heard the song? Every song must have song lyrics. Do you know what song lyrics are?
Lyrics are words that make up a song usually consisting of verses and choruses. The meaning of lyrics can either be explicit or implicit. Some lyrics are abstract, almost unintelligible, and in such a case, their explication emphasis form, articulation, meter, and symmetry of expression. Rappers can also create lyrics with a variation of rhyming words that create and tell a story or song. There are some elements in a song lyrics. One of them is figurative language. The types of figurative languages are following.
1. Simile. A simile is a figure of speech that makes a comparison showing similarities between two different things. A simile draws resemblance with the help of the word like or as. 2. Metaphor. A metaphor is a figure of speech that makes an implicit or hidden comparison between two things that are unrelated but which share some common characteristic. In other words, a resemblance of two characteristics of different objects is made based on a single or some common characteristic. For example, my brother was willing made.
3. Personification. Personification is a figure of speech in which a thing, an idea, or an animal is given human attributes. For example, the wind whispers through dry grass. 4. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, pronounced on a Materi, is defined as a word which imitates the natural sound of a thing. It creates a sound effect that mimics the thing described, making the description more expressive and interesting. For instance, saying the gushing stream flows in the forest is a more meaningful description than this saying the stream flows in the forest. The reader is drawn to hear the sound of a gushing stream, which makes the expression more effective. 5. Oxymoron. Oxymoron is a figure of speech in which two opposite ideas are joined to create an effect. The common oxymoron phrase is a combination of an adjective preceded by a noun with contrasting meanings, such as crookedness or living dead.
6. Hyperbole. Hyperbole derived from a Greek word meaning overcasting, is a figure of speech that involves an exaggeration of ideal for the sake of emphasis. It is a device that we employ in our day-to-day speech. For instance, when you meet a friend after a long time, you say, "It's been ages since I last saw you." You may not have met him for 3 or 4 hours or a day, but the use of the word age exaggerates this statement to add emphasis to your wife. 7. Allusion. Allusion is a brief and indirect reference to a person, place, thing, or idea of historical, cultural, literary, or political significance. It does not describe in detail the person or thing to which it refers. It is just a passing comment, and the writer expects the reader to process and knowledge, to spot the illusion and grasp its importance in a text. For instance, you make a literary allusion the moment you say, "I do not approve of the quixotic idea." Quixotic means stupid and impractical, derived from Carpenter's Don Quixote, a story of a foolish knight and his misadventures. 8. Imagery. Imagery means to us figurative language to represent objects, action, and idea in such a way that it appeals to our physical sense. Usually, it is thought that imagery makes us a particular words that create visual representation of ideas in our minds. The word imagery is associated with mental pictures. However, this idea is but partially correct. Imagery, to be realistic, turn out to be more complex than just a picture. Read the following example of imagery carefully. One example 1. It was dark and dim in the forest. The words dark and dim are visual imagery. Example 2. The children were screaming and shooting in the fields. Screaming and shooting appeal to our sense of hearing, our auditory sense. It's called auditory imagery. Example 3. He waved the aroma of brewed coffee. With an aroma evoke our sense of smell, and it's called olfactory imagery. Example 4. The girl ran her hand in a soft satin fabric. The idea of soft in the example appeals to our sense of touch or tactile sense. Example 5. The fresh and juicy orange is very cool and sweet. Juicy and sweet, when associated with orange, have an effect on our sense of taste or gustatory imagery. Imagery needs to aid of figures of speech like simile, metaphor, personification, and onomatopoeia in order to appeal to the bodily sense.
9. 9. Symbolism. Symbolism is the use of symbol to signify ideas and qualities. By giving them symbolic meanings that are different from the literal sense. Symbolism can take different forms. Generally, it is an object representing another, to giving an entirely different meaning that is much deeper and more significant. Sometimes, however, an action, and even a word spoken by someone might have a symbolic value. For instance, smile is a symbol of friendship. 10. Alliteration. Alliteration is derived from Latin. It means letter of alphabet. It is a stylistic device in which a number of words having the same first consonant sound occur close together in a series. Look at the following examples. Example 1. But bitter butter makes bitter butter. Example 2. A bully beats a baby boy.
So, many presentation for us.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ayo, go.
Yang tahu